This is going to be one of the most spectacular shows of 2018. What is it? It's the Pageant Show! Please introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Juliana Davis and I am the UK Director of British Empire Pageants.
How did you first get into pageants?
My first introduction to pageants was actually as a sponsor. I was a sponsor of a contestant and I got to see the magic of pageantry from an audience perspective, and I was rather intrigued to learn more.
And you run a couple of pageants now, one Miss Bombshell I think it's called, and the other one is British Empire. Tell me a little bit about the competitions, the pageants.
The two competitions that I work with are rather different to each other. However, there's a few key things that the majority of pageants have in common, and that is empowerment, equality, networking power, community spirit, and a really nice network of friendship.
And how can people get in contact with you?
You can contact me by email, which is england@missbritishempire.org. There is also a Twitter and Facebook page, which is simply Miss British Empire.
And tell me, there's an awful lot of charity work goes on these days as well. Tell me a little bit about that.
Indeed there is. A huge percentage of contestants who wish to join a pageant system, they already have an existing platform, they already have an existing cause that they want to promote. Sometimes it's their very own charity that they founded from the ground, and being a pageant contestant or a title holder gives them a voice. There is a conception or a belief that pageants have created the charity aspect to legitimise what we're doing, and that's very incorrect. As I said, a lot of the contestants are coming into these events with their own charity. And if they don't, if they're joining a system that has a particular charity that they're encouraged to support, what I would say to the critics, is the thousands and thousands of pounds that UK pageants raise for various charities across the country. I'm pretty sure that the recipients of those thousands of pounds, they're not too concerned about where that money came from or the motives of the ladies and gentlemen that are raising. But in most cases, in 99% of cases, that money is raised with a true and good heart and a lot of dedication and hard work from pageant contestants across the country.
If you were to say one golden rule about pageants, entering a pageant, what would it be?
Funnily enough, it's very simple. Just be yourself. Pageants are open to everybody, and a winner, a true queen, is somebody who shows herself in her true light, her best light, with a true, open, honest heart. And
you have all age groups in pageants these days?
Exactly, from age 4 upwards in the particular pageants that I organise. We have no upper age limit, and we even have a separate division for ladies and gentlemen over 45.
And what can we look forward to next year, 2018, in the way of pageants with you?
I will be relaunching Miss International Bombshell, which carries the sentiment of anyone can be a bombshell. And what I'm most proud of with this particular pageant is that all of our ladies do bring their own personal platform, and the lady that wins the competition and puts forward the most passionate platform becomes the official charity of Miss International Bombshell for the following year.
Juliana, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you very much.
The whispers in the morning of a lover's sleep and chants are rolling by like thunder now, as I look into your eyes. Will I hold on to your body?
Hello, please introduce yourself. You look so smart.
I'm Hashim and I'm 7 years old.
Actually, tell me, what's it like to be 7 years old and look so smart as you do? Do you like dressing up?
Yeah.
What type of things do you like doing at the moment yourself as well?
Football.
Okay. And are you a good football player?
Yeah.
And what type of thing do you do in football? Are you a forward? Are you an attacker?
I used to be a defender, now I'm a forward.
You're a forward. So do you run very fast?
Yeah.
And when you're sort of playing football, what does it give to you? How do you feel when you're playing football?
Just feel like
Do you enjoy it?
scoring. Yeah.
And-
I enjoy it.
Okay. And obviously it's very good for your age group as well. Do you tell your friends that you've won a competition?
Yeah.
What do they say then? What do they say to you when
Like, oh, well done.
Excellent. And I mean, you look so fit. So what type of food do you like?
Like chicken, meat.
Really? Okay. And in the future, what type of things would you like to do? What's your ambition?
Football, really.
You want to become a football player? And do you have a favourite team?
Yeah.
What team is that?
Manchester United.
Manchester United. You realise you could be alienating a lot of other Liverpool and Manchester City supporters by watching that, don't you? Do you watch them regularly on television?
Yes.
Who's your favourite player?
Lukaku.
Okay. And what do you think he brings to the game? What's his special qualities?
Like, scores loads of goals, really.
And is that what you like doing?
Yeah.
How many goals have you scored? Do you know how many goals you've scored?
No.
Okay.
I scored one in my football club.
There you go. That's a good thing to sort of start off with. Well, thank you so much today for appearing on our new show. And you look so splendid. You look like a mini James Bond.
Thank you.
No problem. Have a good day. And now we have 14-year-old Elisa Alagon from Southampton. Tell me, first of all, what values do you think doing pageants actually give you? What are the things that you value yourself?
Well, it really increases your confidence. Everybody says it, but it's so true. It also helps you with the experience you've had in the world. So you see other people, you meet other people from different backgrounds, which is incredible.
And I believe you performed in a show recently to raise funds for Christine Wilde charity. Just tell me a little bit about the charity. What does it do?
Okay, so there was this granddad of this little girl in my dance school, and his wife passed away. So from that, he created this platform where performers like dancers, singers, choirs all over the Southampton area come together and perform a little show to raise money.
Okay. And you've also done, I think, other things as well. Tell me a little bit about some of the types of things that you've done recently.
So recently I performed in Westquay, a shopping centre in Southampton, where my dance school, MJ School of Dance, put together a few of our dances. So we did Chandelier, and then we did Run Boy Run, where we performed to loads of people in the shopping centre to raise money for Abby's Heroes.
So I believe Abby's Heroes is designed to actually help young people, adults and children in the Southampton area. Is that correct?
Yeah.
And what did it feel like when you were performing, knowing that you're performing for such an important cause?
It was incredible. Basically, everyone in the Southampton area will come to Westquay, and there's people everywhere from top to bottom of the shopping centre, so everyone can see this performance that we've made.
Now, what's the aim? What's the ambition? What's your ambition?
I want to be dancing, I want to tour the world, I want to be known for my dancing, my personality, the way, my beliefs and everything.
And I believe you won a British Empire title recently. What title did you win?
I won Teen Miss British Empire.
And what was that like to win something as prestigious as that?
Oh, it was incredible. It was my first ever pageant that I've gone to, and winning is incredible because you don't expect it, but so much support from your family and your friends.
And did you tell other people about it? Do you find that girls of your age group, they support you, or have you found that sometimes they get a little bit jealous of you? How do you find, when you're talking about it to other people?
Well, you really have to grab the ones close to you. You have to tell them that they're the ones that support you and you really care about them. The ones who are jealous and say bad things about you, you have to just ignore them. As hard that is, it's so hard.
Thank you so much, that was brilliant. Thank you. Hello, now I'm introducing Beverly Sankey, who is a nutritionist. Beverly, tell me, what is the most important ingredient necessary for a good pageant performance?
In my opinion, gut health is everything. So I personally would recommend a good probiotic to make sure that your gut is in perfect condition.
What are the most important facts that are necessary to know about nutrition, especially when you're doing pageants?
In my personal opinion, I think that it's very important for young girls to understand from a very early age the importance of nutrition to enhance their beauty to the absolute maximum. So it's pointless putting on makeup and cosmetics to cover up poor skin conditions. You need to actually look after your health from the inside out. So if you take care of your nutrition, you eat properly, you eat clean, you don't eat lots of sugary drinks, or drink lots of sugary drinks, should I say, sorry. And you eat lots and lots of vegetables, you will inevitably have a fantastic complexion. Your skincare is going to be amazing, and then your cosmetics are going to be even better.
Tell me, what is your 30-day plan?
The 30-day to fit plan, or the 30 days to healthy living as we call it, is about excluding gluten, soy, dairy, certainly sugar, and all of the nasty processed ingredients that you find today in fast food, essentially. So you're eating a very healthy diet that's very focused on vegetables. It's not a vegetarian diet, but we are excluding lots and lots of red meat, processed foods, supermarket pre-prepared foods, and especially sugar. And in doing so, you'll give your body the time to detox and to get rid of all those toxins that you've accrued over time. And by default, the fat cells collapse, and you naturally will lose that extra weight, which could often be caused by water retention. So by doing the 30 days gentle detoxing, it's not a full detox, but by cleansing the body, you actually give yourself the opportunity to actually shine and glow on the catwalk.
Hello, my name is Danish Wakil. I'm 29 years old, and I got the title of Mr. Asia British Empire 2017.
Tell me, Denise, how do you feel pageants work for someone like yourself?
I feel pageants work in a way to inspire people, and I'm originally from Pakistan, but I grew up in London. So, I think it's very good in terms of creating awareness about your country on an international podium like this, because I'm already a professional model. So for me, I don't see it taking me in terms of modeling anywhere, but yes, in terms of inspiring people, in terms of getting the name of my country on an international podium like this, I think is quite commendable.
And you worked before with the Seda Foundation, Pakistan. Tell me a little bit about that.
Actually, my family is very heavily involved with that foundation. It's in Pakistan, a foundation that deals with newborn disabled babies, and I visited there a few times, and I try to help them as much as I can when I'm there. It gave me goosebumps because it was so hurting, and it was so sort of painful to see young babies born with disabilities. Some bodies, children bodies were not even developed. The nose, lips, eyes. So it was very traumatic, experience.
And you hope through sort of pageants you can talk about this as well? Does it give you a platform to be able to talk about
That's
this?
exactly what I want to do, with pageants, to create awareness about all of these. And not just by saying it, but actively participating it, and actively taking these foundations and getting them an awareness that foundations like this do exist, which needs a lot of attention of people with privileged people.
And I hear you have another passion. You're a shoe addict. In fact, you're a luxury shoe addict. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yes, I love buying expensive luxury shoes, and I collect them as art pieces. If I see something, luxury designers, and just collect them and keep them with me. I wear it obviously, but I like collecting interesting art pieces.
And I understand your childhood dream was to become a commercial pilot. Is that gone now, or do you still like to sort of learn?
I've done my first degree in aviation from City University in London, air transport operations. It was pretty much there, but now I think life has taken me to a different, turn.
And where do you see your future going?
I'd like to definitely inspire people, because the kind of opportunities I have achieved and the kind of opportunities I've gotten in life, I just want to sort of use them to inspire people that if I can do it, and anyone else can do it. Professionally, I'm doing a lot of work as a model. I was in Paris for Paris Fashion Week. I've done some London Fashion Week shows. So this does not inspire me as such, but I want to take it to a level where I can inspire people. Secondly, I'm more interested now in acting for TV series and for movies and stuff. And that's why I'll be sort of traveling a lot more in the coming year. So one foot would be in Asia, one foot would be here. So I'll be like
How do you think Asian people see pageants? Do they see it as something that they like to support? What's the feeling?
I think they definitely look up to it, especially in a country like this, British Empire, Britain, and where you get a good mix of a lot of nationalities. People are taking a lot of time to travel from as far as Australia, America, India, China, Middle East. So obviously that gives a lot of sort of faith, for people to sort of come and sort of have a trust and some sort of belief in a pageant like this. Obviously there are a lot of pageants happening, but this is something which is quite prestigious, and so yeah.
Well, Denise, you are a tremendous role model for the Asian community and for young men in general. Thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you very much. Pleasure, sir.
Hello, my name's Hannah Batten. I'm the Director of UK Beauty's training. I've also been privileged to judge and mentor and coach some of the Miss British Empire finalists. Now I'm here today to give you some pointers on how to walk properly, how to hold yourself with poise, and how to put on a good show at your next pageant. So my friend Shivani is here to help me today with this. So the first thing we're going to be focusing on today is posture. Now posture always starts from your core. So sometimes people think that you pull your shoulders back, but that doesn't really mean anything unless you really lift up with your core. So I'm going to use Shivani to demonstrate. So Shivani, when you stand, the most important thing to do first is to tilt your hips up and to pull up through the centre of your body like you're a ballerina. So imagine you've got a string coming out the top of your head. So tilt your hips forward like this and then pull yourself up, but drop your shoulders. That's it. So that's the first thing we focus on, is we focus from pulling up from the centre all the way through the top of our heads, keeping our hips tilted and our shoulders down. That's the first thing. So now we're going to do some walking using the techniques I've just shown you. You ready? Okay. And pose. So now we're going to do some body language on what happens when you're interviewed on stage. So you might find when you're doing pageants that you're either interviewed by the media or you might be interviewed on stage for the final round of your competition. So the first thing we're going to focus on is, again, posture. So how you stand and how you present yourself is very important in pageants. So we want to show confidence and we want to show that we're confident, that we know what we're talking about. So that starts with posture. So if you pull your shoulders back and down, and again lift up from the centre of your body and keep your chin level with the floor, and then look at the camera. So if you're being interviewed by the press, it's a very good idea to be aware of your hands, because sometimes the shots can be quite tight and they can be cropped just above your middle. So when you are talking, make sure you don't make any wild gestures, any big movements. Keep your hands nice and soft, subtle. If you'd like to emphasize a point, then you can make slight gestures. But I would recommend staying away from fiddling with your hair, don't touch your makeup, and remember, always smile.
And now we're talking to 25-year-old Pavel Diaz from London. You're a lyricist and you're performing your own song as well. Tell me, what is the song about?
Okay, so the song is about my ex. Now, she suffered a lot of depression, anxiety, bipolar, a lot of things in the past, and it's really affected her. So this is about my journey with her over the 2 years, what we've been through, what I've saved her from, so suicide, that kind of stuff, and just where we are now as people.
What do you think pageants give you?
Well, for me, it's a continuation from my journey. So obviously, as you know, I'm a lyricist. My passion's always been music. But I remember my first time on stage, which was 2014, I got stage fright and I forgot all of my words. So luckily, someone on stage actually knew what I was meant to be saying, so they helped me to get back into the flow. So after that, I sort of realized there is no career for me in music if I can't get over the stage fright, if I can't get myself past this stage where my confidence stops me from speaking. So that led me into modeling first of all. So I did a lot of fashion shows, catwalks, and then that helped build up my stage presence to be on stage. And from that I realized it's useful to have stage presence, but I now need the confidence speaking on the mic. So that led me into pageantry. So you could say my journey in pageantry was mainly to do with confidence.
What advice would you give to your age group today who feel that they're disconnected or feel that they want to do something in their lives? Because you're already achieving.
Yeah. I would say the main thing is to stick to your dreams. I know it's sort of hard once you go to school and you go to college and then education sort of gets in the way of things. And then with my parents, for example, they've always just told me I need to go to college and go to university, get a job and just have a career basically. But I just find it's useful to have the money, but at the same time it's so easy to just forget about your dreams and your passions. So rather than take that path, I decided to just go with myself and what I actually enjoy doing. So I would say the main thing is just to keep true to yourself rather than flake off and just focus on the money, because money is useful, but at the same time, let's say when you're 60 and you realize you haven't really done much of the things you want to do in life, then that's when you sort of regret it. So rather than regret then, I'd rather just get what I need to get out of the way now.
Pavel, that's fabulous. Thank you so much. And what another fabulous show this week. I hope you've enjoyed yourselves. Look at all these wonderful ladies and gentlemen here today, all teaching you different things. Keep watching the show, and it's bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.